So I've heard many authors talk about their books, but today we're going to see what my wife thinks about my book. So I have with me my wife, Kristen, and she just finished reading my book, Silver Steps. It's about to launch on Kickstarter, and it is a young adult fantasy novel. And so I'll be asking her the questions instead of me just talking about my book. First off, how many fantasy novels have you read?
0.
So you have not read Brandon Sanderson?
I have not, no.
You haven't read Robin Hobb?
Nope.
Patrick Rothfuss?
No.
J.K. Rowling?
Nope.
Oh my goodness. We have a lot to get through. You have not read, what type of books do you read?
I'm more of like a realistic romance, real people, no powers, no magic. That's more of my genre.
And that's funny because to me, the magic is what makes the book good. And to you, it's kind of like the magic is not what makes the book good.
Definitely not me.
Okay.
For sure.
I think it actually gives it a unique perspective of talking outside of what you normally read. So that being said, what was one of the first things that piqued your interest in the book?
It was well written and easy to follow. And I like that because if it gets too much into depth of stuff, I'm just like, okay, I'm done, you know? So as I was getting more into the book, it was getting into like relationships and things like that. And with like the main character and her dad. And I would find myself being like, oh, what's going to happen with this, you know? And with it I'm not being into fantasy at all. And so I found myself kind of being interested in what was going to happen next and things like that, even though it's just not my cup of tea per se. So.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because when I read a fantasy novel, I almost want to skip the relationship things because I think the magic is more interesting. And I do like both. I like relationships and that type of things, which is why I put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny that you like the opposite parts that I like.